My YouTube channel has not grown in all of 2019. And that's not because I haven't been making videos or trying really hard. In fact, I've worked really hard on my videos this year. I've made some of my favorite things this entire year. It just hasn't converted to views or subscribers in the way that you might expect. The 10-second history of this channel is that basically in the first year, there was a lot of explosive growth. It was really, really exciting. I started at 50 subscribers and it jumped really, really quick in the span of probably 8 to 9 months to 1,000 subscribers. But in the year following, things slowed down. If you look at the data, my subscribers have completely flatlined this entire year and my views have actually gone down. Some of you guys have asked, is that frustrating? How does that make me feel? Am I mad about that? What have I learned from this process? And what am I going to do about it? Hey everyone, I'm Eric Nguyen, and for those of you I haven't met yet, this channel is all about self-awareness and communication. Investing in those things, learning about those things so that we can be awesome change makers in this world. If I were to sum up this entire video in one word, it would be clarity. There's something about seeing the views and subscribers sort of stripped away that reveals what you learned, what you are left with, and what you want to do moving forward. The first thing that this decline in my YouTube channel has taught me is that YouTube will definitely expose you. YouTube is hard. It's a lot harder than it looks. It takes a lot more time and sacrifice and emotional investment than it seems. Unless you are really persistent and really want it and have a high self-esteem, you're not gonna last. If you're someone who deep down is just doing it for views and subscribers and attention and validation, YouTube will show that. If you're someone who's really affected by negative comments or gets mad if you work really hard on something and no one watches it, or when you're someone who talks a big game and gets really excited and dreams all the time but doesn't actually do anything, YouTube will expose you. 80% of the people that I started making YouTube videos alongside don't make YouTube videos anymore. And that's because of the reasons I discussed before, but also just because life gets in the way. Changing jobs, having family, moving. You're only going to last if YouTube is weirdly high on your priority list, where you're really, really willing to sacrifice for it. And for some people, that's not really the right fit. For me, YouTube has shown me the opposite. I love making these YouTube videos, and this decline in my views and subscribers has made that even more clear. I haven't been fazed by it really at all. I'm actually more excited about the future of this channel. Now, it doesn't just stop there. When I was reflecting on this slowdown or decline in my channel, it also made me think, you know, even if I stopped making YouTube videos right now, even if for some, like I wasn't able to make YouTube videos for some terrible reason, there's no way I would think of this channel as a failure, as dying, as a waste of time. When I first started doing YouTube, deep down, I wouldn't admit it, but I thought of myself as pretty shy, normal, boring, introverted, overthinker, not very confident, not having much to contribute. But YouTube helped rewrite a lot of that. It helped me see potential and confidence in myself that I didn't even know was possible. When I take a step back and see that transformation, that gift, how could I ever view this channel as something negative or something to complain about? You know, going in a similar vein, when I think about not numbers, but actually people and impact, then there's definitely no way that you could ever be upset about your channel. YouTube unlocked conversations, connections, friendships, relationships, hugs that are insane. They are so special. People that I've driven long distances for, people that I've chatted with around the world for hours and hours and hours with. When I shift my focus away from numbers to friendships, people I've been able to help or reach in real life, ways that this process has changed my life, made me a better person, it's then easier for me to remember, I've already won, I've already hit the jackpot, I've already succeeded. And so I want to choose to have my attitude reflect that more accurately, even when the numbers or subscribers are going up or down. Now that's not all, there's more. There's one final thing that I've learned from this decline in my YouTube channel, and it's not very fun. I've never talked about this ever on my YouTube channel, and so I'm a little nervous to get into it. I've learned that YouTube does expose you in all those wonderful ways that we talked about earlier, and it's something we should always be grateful for. That being said though, I've also learned YouTube will not expose you in the way that you think it will. Just because you're a cool person or people connect with your content or you're super open and authentic or you have a certain high quality of work, that unfortunately does not mean that you are going to grow on this platform. Now that's not fun to hear, but I've found it is very, very true. In order to grow on this platform, you have to do all those things, yes, but you also have to stand out. You have to package your content in a way that is, one, able to be created on a regular basis, and also where other people can find your stuff. You have to sort of play the game in a certain sense. And before I was like, oh, disgusting, horrible, how disheartening. But I feel like after talking with other creators at VidCon and VidSummit, I realized that my perspective was a little off. There's a difference between attitude and goals. Attitude is super important to be not personally fazed by the numbers and subscribers, to be able to create long-term and for the right reasons. Goals are different. Unless your YouTube channel or business is just all about 100% personal expression, you want to do whatever the heck you want, however the heck you want, whenever the heck you want. If you have goals, it's very normal, if not appropriate, for you to think about the data, think about strategy, think about what you need to compromise, improve, sacrifice for. That's normal. When I went to VidCon this past summer, I talked to Roberto Blake and I asked him, hey, my mindset and attitude are in the right place. I am patient, I am doing this long term. I don't really care about that. But are there things that I can do to get my content more seen so that I can help other people? I asked very similar questions to Jack Conte and Natalie Dawn. I've followed their music and their creations for over, basically a decade. And I asked them the same thing. It's like, I know that you guys are super artsy and super creative, but I've also seen the compromises and evolution with your channel, where before you were making stuff that was like super artsy every 2 months, and now you're making stuff that's still musically genius, but it's more like multiple times a week in a format that's a lot different. How do you feel about that? What was your thought process behind that? And what each of these artists and creators told me, to my shock, was that, hey, listen, if you really want to help people, if that's really your main priority with your channel, then you need to make sacrifices and compromises to reach out to them, help other people find your content. And there's a way to do that without being fake, without selling out, without being not genuine. And they took it a step further. Each of them independently said, hey, if there are things that you can do to reach more people, be it your thumbnails, your titles, your packaging, your content strategy, all of these different things. If you know things that you can do to reach more people, why are you not doing those things? Why are you holding back? Are you scared of a big audience coming in that's gonna critique your work or maybe not think the same way as you? Are you really so protective of your work and your voice and your art that you're gonna just make whatever you want at the detriment of other people finding it and being impacted by it and enjoying it? Those questions made me think. What if this dichotomy between being real and genuine and playing the game, that those two things are not actually mutually exclusive? I've learned the past couple months, there are ways to play the game without selling out or being fake. There are reasons to play the game without being selfish. At first, when I realized that YouTube wasn't going to magically expose my channel to the world, I was very disheartened by that. But then it started getting me thinking creatively about how to make this content better, how to package it slightly differently so that it can be seen by more people. The content on this channel will shift in the next year, but I'm so excited about it. It's still me, it's still thoughtful, it's still genuine, it's whatever. It's just packaged in a slightly different way. For some of you guys, changing your content, being strategic in this way isn't the right fit. It doesn't match your goals. And that's totally fine. That's what self-awareness is all about. All I want is for people to be doing what they want and what they care about and knowing why they're doing what they're doing. You are the change maker of your own life. Let's think more deeply. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, share with a friend, subscribe if you haven't already. Peace, peace. Bye.